What is time management and why is it so important? In the past, I used to have terrible time management. I would lay in my bed all day, scroll on social media, and I didn't get anything done. But my life has changed as I've improved my time management skills. So today I'm gonna break down what is time management and why is it important. On top of that, in the middle of those 2 points, I'm gonna talk about how to have better time management, how to increase your time management so much so you can get more done and maximize your time. With that being said, I promise you by the end of this video, you will understand what time management it is and why is it so important, along with some helpful strategies. So I'd stay around till the end to understand all those things. With that being said, my name is Chris Richardson. I'm a coach here at Life on Your Terms, and I make these videos to help share my experience, share my knowledge, to hopefully help you move through these problems quicker than I ever could. So the first point is, what is time management? I mean, I know you guys are probably all familiar about it's just managing your time, Chris, but what does it really break down to? The way I see time management, and part of the reason why it's so important, is that it's planning and controlling how much time you spend on certain things to maximize your only finite resource. Because time is just about the only finite resource that you never get more of. As it goes on, it continues to dwindle, and then our lives end. So you will never get more time. So this is why it's so important to have good time management, is to be able to get more out of our time. And that could be spent doing whatever you want to do. If you're trying to maximize making money, whatever, trying to maximize your relationships, having good time management will help all of those things because it's a finite resource. Now, on top of planning and controlling your time to maximize it, it's also setting priorities, scheduling, goal setting, and delegation. And those are kind of the key functions of time management. You want to be able to do these things, and we're going to get into those in the next point, rotate these things around to be able to have great time management. Now, the second piece is to how to get better time management, or how to have better time management. One thing that I may say that just maybe one of the easiest hacks is to simply just get started. Get started on what you want to do. You want to start that business? Don't necessarily think about, oh, I need to spend this hour's there. Just get started. So we often live in analysis paralysis for so long. We don't make decisions, and we just sit and we just wait. And then we waste so much time just procrastinating. So I encourage you to just get started. Don't procrastinate. That's one of the easiest things. So if you're like, Chris, I struggle to get started. Yes, it's the hardest part. And so an easy hack for that, set a 2-minute timer with whatever you're going to do. You're like, you know what? I'm gonna get started for 2 minutes, and after those 2 minutes, if I don't wanna work, okay, I'm not gonna work. But I bet you after that 2 minutes or 5 minutes, whatever, you're gonna feel a lot better, and you're gonna wanna do the things that you've set out to do. Now, on top of getting started, another piece that kills our time is social media use. Sometimes in the past, when I was making a decision or trying to make a decision, I would avert that decision by getting on social media and scrolling. And that would kill 30 minutes. And it would kill my time. So what I encourage you to do is limit that social media use. I try to stick to about 15 minutes a day. And that's about all I do. And I don't feel like my time's eaten up then. Because if you just sit and scroll for an hour, I bet after you feel pretty shitty about it. So I'd encourage you to try to limit that social media use. Now, on top of just getting started, limiting social media use, a practical really good way to maximize your time is to schedule it out. Schedule it out into 30-minute increments. And if you do this, this will help you a lot. So when I have a busy day, I like to schedule in my head sometimes or write it out. I like to be like, okay, I'm gonna get up at 10 and then I'm gonna go to the gym, whatever. Get up at 6, it doesn't matter. Whenever you're gonna get up, plan that out, think about it, and be like, okay, these are the chunks of time that I'm gonna do things in. I'm gonna get up, get ready, by 10:30 I'm gonna work, then I'm gonna go to the gym. If you schedule things out, especially if you write it down, it'll make it a world lot easier. That didn't make sense, but it'll make it a hell of a lot easier, because the thing is that when you schedule these things, you're tracking your time. And it's been shown by science that simply tracking things helps us achieve them and improve them. And I can attest to this anecdotally with my time, and then also with my weight. When I track my weight and I'm trying to gain weight, if I just track it, I notice that I'm on a steady little curve. Same thing with my time. When I'm tracking my time of how much I want to work or how much I want to play video games, whatever, I notice I can control it a lot better, so simply tracking it and scheduling it helps a lot. Now, on top of scheduling, another thing you can do to have better time management is to actually prioritize and have very clear goals. So with your tasks, I like to do this on my sticky note. I have 1 through 5 today, and 1 is the most important, which is making these videos today. And then I'll go through my list. And when you prioritize these things, it makes it really easy to not make any decisions related to it and just get started related to my earlier point. It helps you to not have to make a decision about what you're working on. You're just prioritizing what you need to prioritize to maximize your time, and you don't have to think about it. Now, on top of prioritizing, you want to create clear goals. Again, the sticky note is a function of my daily goals. On top of daily goals, I really like quarterly objectives. It sets the focus for my quarter on what do I want to work on improving. And I do that within the balance wheel. If you haven't taken the balance wheel, it's in the description below, and the balance wheel is a life changer when it comes to these things, because what it does, you're gonna look at the professional, you're gonna look at your relationships, you're gonna look at your health, and you're gonna look at your resources. And when you look at these things, you're gonna be able to lay out quarterly objectives, and then you have a clear North Star for your quarter to work on. So that's how to have better time management. It's just to get started, limit your social use, schedule things out, and then prioritize and set those goals related to it. Now, the third and final piece is, why is time management so important? It's because it truly allows you to get more out of your only finite resource. We will all die someday, and hopefully it's later rather than sooner, but that day is coming for each and every one of us. And the thing is that you want to maximize all the time you have. In the past, I've had days where I look back at my day, I'm like, what the hell did I even do today? I didn't even maximize my time, and it makes me sad looking back on it. But now that I've looked at it and realized, okay, how can I maximize my time now? It makes it so much better, and I'm a much happier person. And I imagine you feel the same way. I'm sure you've had days where you look back and you're like, what the fuck did I even work on? And being able to look back and be like, okay, now I need to maximize my time here, here, and here, so that I can, live this type of life and have this type of time for my family, whatever. On top of why it's so important, it allows you to achieve your goals. When you're able to drive towards something, put the time in necessary, because that's what I've found. What I've found so far in my life, achievement of goals comes down to consistency and discipline, which comes down to management of time. Because anything to be good at it and achieve those goals takes time. So it's allowing you to achieve your goals. It's gonna help you with decision making, because if you have your time and your schedule set out, there's no decision on what you're doing. You just have it ready to go. And it makes it really easy so you can make those more important decisions within your own life. On top of decision making, time management is gonna allow you to advance in your career, because you're gonna get more done, you're gonna be more productive, and you're gonna feel a hell of a lot better. If you like that video, take that balance wheel in the description below. See how your time relates, because there is a little subsection of time within that. See how you feel about your own time. On top of the balance wheel, if you like this video, please, please, please comment number 1. That's the most important, because I know what was helpful in this video, what wasn't so helpful. On top of that, I know if you guys like this video, I like to hear what you guys have to say. And if you'll like and subscribe, that's kind of like the icing on the cake, and I'll see you guys in the next one.